Hello and welcome back everybody to the IntricateAffect server. This is one Fred Jones. I've got a really exciting episode planned for you guys today. We're going to build a dual spider spawner. But first I want to apologize. I haven't uploaded a video in a few days and I had some technical problems. I recorded a video and it had a lot of really good content in it. I spawned in 14 withers all at the same time, and I only died once, so I got like 14 beacons out of the deal. And I mean, I recorded it all, but I kept getting interrupted, and all kinds of different distractions, getting phone calls, different things like that. So I was unable to use any of that footage. But today we got a great episode planned, so let's go ahead and get that started. First I want to show you guys what I've got going on here at the mine shaft. I went ahead and made this into a proper room. Now if you remember, this is where all of our branches are, or down underneath here is where all our branches are, and this is kind of the upper area. I put in a little gray stained clay up here to give us a little color. I'm going to put chests in, of course, right here. I think I'm going to put furnaces only on these two sides here, and then more chests right here. So that should look pretty good. And then of course, yeah, I got a little crafting table right there. I also put in iron bars in these windows, and that looks really good. Let's run up and look at those real quick. So that's what it looks like from up here. Not too bad, huh? Keeps you from falling in there. Mumkey Boy was over here the other day saying that OSHA was going to come after me for not having any fall protection. So we got the fall protection in. I like this better than filling the whole thing in with iron bars. One thing about it though is, as you can tell, I've changed to the Faithful texture pack, which I really like. The textures are a lot smoother. But in this texture pack, these iron bars are not right. If in the regular texture pack, default texture pack, everything lines up normal. But I guess, you win some, you lose some. So I'll take the Faithful texture pack and give a little, and well, that one lined up right, and so did that one. That's funny. See, that's the way they're supposed to look. And that one's right. Right? What about this one? This one's wrong. That's interesting. If you guys know why that is, let me know. But anyways, so yeah, I got all that done. It's pretty cool. So how do we get down to the mine, you might be asking? So I put in a little mini elevator, if you will. I figured after you climb all those stairs all the way down here, you need a little break from stairs. So little mini elevator. Pretty cool, right? All this is a double piston extender. It's Mumbo Jumbo's design. It's really the most compact one that I could find. I tried doing one myself, and the vertical ones are kind of hard to do by yourself. But this one works out pretty well. Then I used a T flip-flop, connected the two buttons to it. So this button and the button up there is both connected to the same T flip-flop that operates the double piston extender. See, that's what it looks like when it's extended. And that's how it looks like when it's down, of course. And I put these half slabs in so you can get on the right block pretty easily and get up every time. Pretty cool. Alright, so showed you all that. Now let's get to work on our dual spider spawner. I got the hard parts getting in right now. Alright, so our dual spider spawner is over here. And what I've decided to do is I'll clear out some of this over here, and we'll make a proper tunnel that'll go all the way over here. We'll hang a left, I'm sorry, your other right. And right here is going to be the killing room. So these cave spiders are hard to manipulate. So to get them to move around with water is not the easiest thing to do. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, center's probably over here. So we'll probably move this over to here and make our killing room maybe about right here. We'll see how it works out. We'll get to clearing all this stuff out and see if we can't make a good dual cave spider spawner out of the deal. Like I said, they're not the easiest mob to work with, but we're going to get lots of spider eyes and string. And I think I'm also going to look it up just to be sure, but I think next to Blaze, it's the best, well, it's probably the best XP you get out of a mob in the overworld. Of course, in the Nether, you get better XP out of the Blaze, and you go to the end, and those Endermen, man, they give you the best you could possibly get. So I'm going to get the tools together now. I'll run back over there, start clearing everything up, and or clearing everything out, and I'll bring you back. Alright, I got everything all cleared out here. I'll show you what I've got done so far. Now, you'll notice these two spawners are at different heights. This one's just one block higher than this one, which that isn't a problem. I think we'll be fine. We're going to run water right underneath this one, and it'll be the water will run one block underneath that one. And you'll notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Oh, it's Answer Monkey Boy. And then 4 blocks here. So this room is actually, if they were 2 separate rooms, I'd go ahead and make them 9 by 9 by 9. Well, 9 by 9 anyways. And like I explained in an earlier episode, you don't have to do that. You can actually figure out where the actual spawning area is and go from there. But for this, it doesn't matter. So we can go ahead and make these 9 by 9, except for the fact that I'm just going to make this all one big room. Now the only issue we might have is powering this light right here, which is no problem, because really this is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here, and this one's 6 to here. So I've got 2 blocks on either side of this to play with before we get into spawning area. So we'll be fine to wire that however we want. But because what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm just going to make it all one big room, and we're going to put the water back here in the back, and it's going to flush this direction, and then there's going to be a channel here, and it's going to actually push them all into a 1 by 1 spot right here where we'll build the killing chamber. So it should work out pretty well. It's really cool. I've built these before where the spawners were offset, and it makes it a lot harder. This one's going to be pretty easy because the spawners are in a straight line. You stand right here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but right there's one spawner, and then right here's the other spawner. So being that they're in a straight line like this should be pretty easy to do. So now we're at the point where I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock out all of our torches. Oh, and then I'll go ahead and show you this too. I don't think I've ever shown this in an episode before. The way I set up these lights, now this is just a temporary lever, but is what you want to do. If you put a block behind a redstone lamp and you power that block with the repeater, it will power all the way through the block like so. Now if we knock this repeater out and just run redstone dust into it, it will light this lamp, but it won't run all the way through the block. So that's why a repeater right there is necessary. Now depending on how you wire it, if you do it right, you can actually only use repeaters on, 2, 3 sides, because redstone signal doesn't need to go all the way through that block, so I don't need a repeater there. So if you're only doing one spawner and you're only wiring up 4 lights, you can get away with, if you put your lever in the right spot, you can get away with not using as many repeaters. But I'm going to go ahead and try this lighting configuration without this light on and see if we get any of these guys to spawn. So I'm going to go ahead and start knocking out these torches with the lights on and see what we get. See if we get any spawning. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some spawning, because I'm pretty sure this light needs to be lit. There's no way. Yeah, there's one right there already. Die. So yeah, it's too dark right there in the middle. So So we're going to have to figure out a way, which isn't going to be a problem. Like I said, I've got plenty of room right there. So, but we can knock out some of these other ones and kind of see where we're at. Get this one out. Go ahead and take that one out. All these other ones. Now this one might cause a problem. It's probably going to cause a problem, actually. That guy, that guy. Let's see. There's one more up here. I'm going to knock it off. Pick up that guy. We'll go around this way and pick up that other guy over there. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out a way, or go ahead and wire that in however I'm going to wire it. And then we'll get going from there. And the reason why I got the lights in already is just it makes so much easier if you have an on and off switch set up before you put your water in, so that whenever you do flush it, all the torches are already out of the way. You've got the spawner disabled with your lamps, and everything's all set up. And also I wanted to say that the best way I think to do this is you put your lights at the height of the spawner. So you'll notice on this one I've got the lights here, and on this one over here where the spawner's up one block, I've got the lights here. So, and actually now that I think about it, I might need to put 2 redstone lamps in the middle, or maybe even 3. Well, I put one on one side, one on the other, and nothing in the middle, and just hang it from the ceiling, because we don't want to take up any space down here at all whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and figure that out, and I'll show you what I got. We'll run some water, and we'll get this thing rocking. Alright guys, well I got the spawning rooms all set up here. Got the walls put in, wired in our lights here in the center. As you can tell, I decided to go with 2 lights, which is probably best. I didn't try it with one, but 2 lights is in fact working very well. As you can tell, both of our spawners are disabled. All I did was I tapped into this line back here, the redstone line, brought it up, and then back down. And that's leaving this area right here for spiders to travel through and not get hung up on. And then while I was putting these walls up, Mumpky Boy stopped by, and we got to talk a little bit of brainstorming. And I was talking about how hard it is to move these guys around because their AI allows them to track a player through walls. And he gave me a pretty good idea. Now, I was going to put the crusher in this area right here, or maybe back a block or so, and I think now we're going to actually use their AI against them. So my plan now is we're going to fill this wall completely in, except for we're going to leave a little gap here at the top. So what these guys will do is they'll work their way to this area right here, and we'll be standing back over here in this area. And like I said, they'll work their way to right here, and then they'll climb this wall. I mean, anybody that's been in an abandoned mine shaft before and run into one of these spawners knows that these guys love to climb. So we're going to use that to our advantage. I'm going to get some water in here though. I'm going to flush water this direction, and I'm going to put some water in that corner and some water in that corner in that trench, and it's going to bring all the spiders down into the trench in this area right here, and that will ensure that we're not going to have any spiders hanging out over here not even knowing that we exist over there. It's going to bring them all to the front and then over to here, and they can start tracking us. And like I said, they'll climb this wall, and then they'll kind of scurry along up here, and then we'll get them into a killing chamber over here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to fill this thing with water. I'm going to use glass. I got 2 stacks of glass here. I'm going to use some glass. That way we can actually kind of watch what they do to make sure that this is going to work. And after I get it all set up and we start spawning some spiders, I'll bring you guys back, and show you what I've done. And we can look, through the glass to see how well it's working. So I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. So we're almost ready to test this thing. I thought I would go ahead and show you guys what I got going on. We got the water source blocks all across the back there, flushing everything to here. And then a water source block there, and a water source block over there. Now it's going to bring all of our spiders into this area right here, from here to here. It'll get them all right here, and then their AI will take over from that point. Actually, their AI is going to take over a lot sooner than this, but just in case, we're going to get them all to this area right here. Then if you'll notice, right up there, I busted out that block all the way across to, yeah, that's right block, to right there. So our water should funnel them all to right here, and then their AI should take over from there. So I'm going to go ahead, now that I've shown you that, I'm going to go ahead and fill this in like so. Now we'll clean this up, make it all proper later, but let's just do it like this for right now. We'll put some glass in so we can see what we're doing. And I made this funnel design. It's going to funnel them all down into a 1x1 area, like so. Now we're not going to be able to see them right here, but we will get an idea. We'll be able to look. I'm sure some of them will hang out right here, especially if we're at this level right here. And I'm actually thinking about putting the killing room up there, or the AFK room up there, so the spiders are going to want to go up. Their AI is going to tell them to climb, and that's going to, put them right where I want them. So let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll just put a glass block right there for testing purposes. And then we'll come over here, shut this guy off. Now you can hear them starting to, and here they come. Like mad. Now let's see how many we can get over here. Now there is something on the wiki that says that if a spawner checks the area, a 17x17 area around the spawner, and finds 6 or more mobs of its type, that it won't spawn anymore. But I've made a bunch of these things before and never really had a problem with that. So we'll see exactly what we get out of this. I'm pretty sure we've got over that limit right now. Yeah, there's no telling how many are right there. Bring up F3, it says there's 11, 12 entities. They're glitching through the glass. 15, 16, 17, 18 entities. Yeah. Now I thought we could always put water in here as well. So get them to this point right here and put in a water stream to help push them down this way. But I don't know if that's necessary. They seem to be getting down this direction pretty easily on their own. We got 30, 29, 27, 28. So we're gathering a pretty good chunk of spiders. Big thing, oh excuse me. The big thing is getting them out of that spawn chamber. Get them out of that spawn chamber, get them, move them out over here, and those spawners will keep spawning. So from the looks of this, we're going to get some pretty good rates. Now, that's kind of lying to us a little bit because I'm facing that direction. Let's get right back underneath it again, like we were a second ago. Yeah, 25, 26. And they keep just pushing themselves in here. The more they come in there, the more we'll push them all into this one area right here. I probably should have put in an iron bars right here. That's what I probably should have done. It's too late now. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and try to kill these guys somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I wasn't thinking, but I'll figure it out and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, well I tried to throw in some iron bars here to see if we can't figure out a way to kill these guys, and I just can't get into them from here. So now I'm going to try something. I thought I'd bring you guys back and let you see what I'm trying to do here. We're going to push this glass up to kind of fix that right there. We've got, I walked away so a lot of these guys got spread out, but we've got probably 50 of those guys in there. So, see, they should all move back over here after I push this up. If I don't, I'll die and it'll be great footage. Okay, they're not suffocating. Are they moving? Okay, they did move up a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and put another piece of glass down here, or something, another block. Put in this one here. They keep glitching out of the glass, and it freaks me out. Okay, now let's go ahead and push it up again. See what's going on with them now. Those guys are still in that piece of glass right there. If I walk back over here, then will they come back this direction? I don't know. Alright, let's get this iron bar out of here. Should be safe to do that at this point. And then, oh, of course it's a, glass is a non-transparent block, so those guys are not suffocating in there. If I kept pushing these blocks up, we could probably kill them just by suffocating them in a piece of cobblestone. So we might try that too. Actually, that's our best bet. Let's just go ahead and do that. So let's make sure we're clear up here. Put a torch in so you guys can see what's going on. Okay, we should be able to push that cobblestone all the way up into that area right there. Put another cobblestone in there. Push it. Another one. Push it. Okay, now they're dying. Now they're suffocating. Man, I can't believe I made this mistake, honestly. Yeah, okay. So now, from here, I can get my silk touch pick out. Get that one. Like so. Then we can put in this iron bar right. Oh, I see what happened. Dang, torch got in my way. Put our iron bar in right here. Okay, now we should be able to kill these guys. Break that. Let them right there. And then we should be able to, yep, we can hack the crap out of them now. Just like so. I think we got a good thing going here, guys. I'm going to check the length of this episode, and if it's getting long, there's going to be a part 2. If it's not too long, we'll come back and do a little bit more. Well, either way, we'll come back, but see you in a second. Well, guys, it looks like we got just enough time for me to show you this. I went ahead and wired in a little piston down here, and that looks pretty cool. But I wired in a piston, a little pusher piston right there, and then I wired in our spawner on and off switch up here. So if I flip that thing down, it would disable the spawner, and if I flip that switch, it will push all these guys up so I can kill them easier. But I'll show you. We got, it says 96 entities if you look next to the E there. Right here, 96. So that's pretty accurate, I have to assume, looking down on them like this. So I'm going to go ahead and kill these guys now, since they killed me just a second ago. When I was wiring in this switch over here, I ended up breaking it open, and these guys came after me and destroyed me. So now it's my turn. Flip that switch. Now they're pushed up all real close. And again, all this stuff right here is temporary. We're going to wire in a crusher and all kinds of cool stuff, so we'll probably do that. I don't know, next episode is probably going to be excuse me, probably going to be a community event. So maybe not next episode, but the episode after that, we'll get in here, we'll finalize all this stuff, get our crusher all wired in, and get this thing working like it's supposed to. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys, you know, being a part of my channel, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. So I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the IntricateAffect server. This is one Fred Jones, and today I've got plans to work on a spider spawner, a dual spider spawner that I showed you guys a few episodes blah 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 blah.